Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's your friend Siren Frost, and today I just want to give you guys another deck profile. This is the deck profile I've been wanting to do ever since set 14 came out, and but unfortunately I couldn't get all the cards because this certain card was very expensive at the time, and also people at the time were just playing her because she wins games. But yesterday or not yesterday. What's today's date? Okay, almost close to midnight. So on Monday, on Monday, I decided to trade some Gear Chronicle stuff for this Genesis deck, and this is the one deck that has been winning before during the Limit Break timeline. So. Oh my god, that was a long time ago. That's when the era when everybody in the community was, alive and kicking and, all that stuff. And I was actually happy to play that game. But, it is what it is. In case you're all wondering what this variant of the build is, this is actually a different variant of the Regalia deck I did. The other Regalia variant you saw was only Legion. This is a pure cross Breakride deck, which has been out of the ordinary for God knows how long. So anyways, guys, without any further ado, let's get on with the deck profile, and there'll be a full deck. And as always, guys, there's always going to be a full deck list down to the bottom of the description down below. I'm trying to slow down for you guys, so I'm sorry. So my starting Vanguard is the classic Battle Amenohoakari, or Battlemane Kari. Whenever she boosts, you can soul charge a card. And I don't think she gave you that power. Oh, it's the other one. But anyways, Kari was the only thing that this deck was actually inspired by Misaki Tokura herself when she uses it against Miwa when he was reverse Miwa. So I figured it would be best just to give it back an old classic flair with some new stuff too, and try to revive it back. So yeah. Anyways, so Kari is the forerunner of this deck, and whenever she boosts a unit, a Genesis Vanguard or Genesis unit, she can soul charge one card. So. And I figured that she'd become a classic one. I mean, the other variant is Pure Angel I use for Regalia, but this one is a classic. Oh god. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. My room is a bit of a mess because my lazy ass won't do shit about it. Alright, so just to give that little bit of Regalia flair to it, we're going to give it some Regalia flair. So I'm playing 4 copies of Regalia of Compassion Ear. Just because this is a Regalia build, and I figured I can stick with some Regalias in it. Now, there's some cards in this deck that does belong to the Legion version, but I decided to give this a little bit of a flair to see how it turns out. And as always, guys, I always go for my classic, my usual 12 crit rule, and all that shindig. So I'm playing 4 copies of Regalia of Farsight Clear Angel. 4 Battlemane Kukurihimes, and 4 copies of Cyber Tiger. This card was actually, these two were the pinnacle of starting Genesis. At least that's what I think it is. So they were just the pinnacle of it. Alright, so for grade 1s, I'm playing 4 copies of Regalia Shining Angel. As long as your Vanguard has Regalia in the name, you can choose up to 3 units from your 3 Regalia units from your drop zone and soul charge them whenever she's on the rear guard circle. So I figure this will help you speed the process of soul charging a bit more. So when you get to Minerva, then you have enough to do a soul blast. Next, we're playing only 2 copies of Purification Regalia Pure Angel. When she's placed in the rear guard circle, if your Vanguard has Regalia, if your Vanguard has Regalia in the name, Counterblast 1, and you can transfer 5,000 power to to your Vanguard, and it gets a new skill. You Soul Blast 3 cards, and the attack does go through. You can draw 1 card from your deck. So apparently she is going to be at 2, just because that ability is just a little too far-fetched out. Next, we're playing 4 copies of the Stride Enablers Mythic Beast Skoll. Jaden is obsessed with these kind of little critters because he loves wolves to the pinnacle of, I don't know, he's a flare wolf himself. So, but yeah, mainly he's in here to stride and ditch for stride. He's originally for Fenrir. He lets you search your deck for a copy of Fenrir and add to your hand. But since we're not playing Fenrir in this build, he's only in here just to perform a stride. Now, I know in some Breakride decks that's kind of difficult to muster, but there are ways around it. Then finally, we're playing the 4 G Perfect Guards, Goddess of the Klein Hell. This deck, I think, does Counterblast pretty heavy. I think for some part, I'm just going to G some for seconds. Okay. So there's only, I feel like, a few units in here that does a lot of counterblasting and shit like that. So, Hell to me is very a necessity now. Now there's the new era of G Guardians and G Perfect Guards and all that good stuff. Okay, ow. But yeah, that's why she's in there. As long as you have another copy of Hell in the drop zone, you can countercharge 1 free card. Next, we're playing 4 copies of Regalia of Fate Norn. And this is where it gets kind of like confused, like questioning, like, why are you playing Legion in the Regalia build that you're showing right now? The thing is, I found out that Norn is not a Legion-based monster or Legion-based unit. So I figured I'd try her in the pure cross Breakride Regalia deck. And as long as you have her in a soul, and if you Soul Blast, then you do get that 5,000 power to the Vanguard or Rear Guard, whoever you choose. So she's not just stuck in Legion. Like, even though she's a Legion type monster, she isn't. So yeah, so that's why Norn's in there. Unfortunately, Yggdrasil and Minerva just don't get along that well. Next, we're playing another Legion power called 4 copies of Midday Regalia Hemera. What basically she does is that she does the same thing that Shining Angel does. She lets you choose out 3 units with Regalia in the name and shove them to the soul, just so long as your Vanguard has Regalia in the name as well. Or yeah. Or wait, not the Regalia part, but yeah. It just lets you help out. It just lets you get some Regalia cards from their drop zone into the soul. So, yep. Next, we're playing 3 copies of Twilight Regalia Hesperis. If you Soul Blast her, as long as she's in your soul, if you Soul Blast her, you can choose your Vanguard, and that unit gets the ability of retiring your opponent's Rear Guard if the attack does go through. I think that's all it kind of does. Let me check again. Yep. Hits the Vanguard. It has to hit the Vanguard, so. And since this deck's pure, like, almost pure Regalia, I think it makes more sense to put the promo in here. And I love the outfit, too. Like, oh my god. I'm drizzling my mouth right now. Anyways. So, TMI, I know. So next for grade 3s, we're playing 4 copies of Regalia of Wisdom Angelica. When the trial deck first came out, I've always been dying to get my hands on these cards. Because Regalia of Angelica was actually a pretty damn good card to use. And now her Breakride skill is you Soul Blast 3 cards and draw 2 cards. And your Vanguard gets plus 10,000 power at the end of that turn. And whenever Angelica attacks the Vanguard, she gains one... She gains... the fuck? Yeah. Okay. So, when Angelica attacks the Vanguard, you Soul Charge 1, and she gains 1,000 power. I thought it was a little bit more than that, but I guess it can't really help much. But, yeah. So, I figured this, since it's a cross Breakride deck, I figured we need to have Angelica in here to just provide that. And you guys gotta admit, like, she's not a bad card. And I know so many people will be like, why are you still playing Breakride units or Crossride units? They're outdated. Technically, that's not true. It's just sometimes people are just so dickheads they don't give people a chance. And then finally, for grade 3, we're playing the Overmistress power of 4 copies of Omniscience Regalia of Minerva. She is the top-notch dog, and she is the main reason why I was having a hard time making this deck back in 2014. Because she was a bitch to get, and I had her a long time, but my friend wanted her, so yeah. And her limit break is you Carablast 1, you Soul Blast 3, and choose 3 Genesis cards from your hand and discard them. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked and pay the cost. If you do, stand this unit and add 5,000 powers to the ability to this turn. And since this is a cross ride as well, as long as you have a copy of Regalia or Angelica in the soul, she gets 2,000 power at all times. So that is what makes her a deadly goddess, and I like her to death. And I cannot wait till someday I'm going to try to play her in the tournaments again sometime. Okay, so now for G units, we're playing only 2 copies of Sacred Flame Ultimate Regalia Demeter. Now, she came out from the Fires collection, and I think I still need to get 2 more, but for right now, I can deal with 2. And her ability is you Counterblast 1. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, if you have a heart with Regalia in the name, if you do, for each of your heart cards, soul charge 3 cards. Choose a card from your damage zone and turn it face up. So she helps you fill your soul up, and then while also flipping 1 copy or flipping 1 damage card in your damage zone. So that's why she's a very good card. I mean, it's not as broken as some people would say, because people are more about broken effects now because they want quick wins that much. But I think it's about skill and not just about some dumb luck. For the next one, we have the classic, and Jaden, don't get an orgasm for this. I'm playing 4 copies of Mythical Beast, Mythical Destroyer Beast Vanarargandr. Vanarargandr's ability is you Soul Blast 6 cards and choose a face down card of himself and turn it face up. And during the drive checks, when doing the drive checks, you can look at the top 4 cards of your deck and select up to 3 of them and put them either on top of your deck or to the bottom of your deck. So sometimes this will help you get some triggers, in motion to do a triple critical on them or a double critical on them. Just get a trigger on them on their asses. So that's why he's a necessity. And plus, I think, if you really think about Vanarargandr, I think he's just the brother of the original Fenrir, the eldest brother. But that's just me. I don't know much about the Norn legends, and I wish I knew, because it sounds kind of interesting. Next, I'm playing 2 Dion's, just a staple in a Genesis deck. You Soul Blast 3 cards, and when the attack hits the Vanguard, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, search for 1 and put it in your hand, and put the rest in your soul. So, again, she helps you soul charge him. Next, we're playing 2 copies of Great Angel Doombrace. He is the badass of the deck. And you Soul Blast 3 cards, and you select up to 2 cards from your 2 rear guards, and you get 5,000 power. And if your soul contains 3 or more cards, you soul charge 3. So I think that's a fair trade. You Soul Blast 3 and you soul charge 3. So he just adds more pressure to your opponent. Next, we're playing 2 copies of Beast Slain Military Deity Terror. He's the newest one out of the Fires collection, and his skill is Soul Blast 3. Look at the top card of your deck, put it either on top or the bottom. At the end of the turn, this unit gets, when your drive check reveals a grade 1 or greater, you may soul charge 3. So it doesn't matter if you pull a grade 1 or grade 2, or grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. He'll help you soul charge it. So that's what I'm about to try to say, but I can't speak. And then finally, we're playing 4 of the G Guardians, Goddess of 7 Colors Iris. And I love the artwork on this one. It's beautiful. It brings out what Iris was in her lores. Now, her Guardian skill is, when she's placed in the Guardian Circle, if you soul charge, you choose up to 3 cards from your drop zone and put them in your soul. And if there happens to be any cards went to the soul, add 5,000 power to the shield. So it'll be a 20,000k defender during your guardian step. So that's why she's in here. Not bad, huh? Alright. Anyways, guys, that is my debut deck profile of the Minerva Crossride, Regalia Crossride deck profile for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it, and let me know in the comments what you think of this variant, because I think it really does help a lot. I know some people may have different opinions about this certain build because it is Minerva, and some people get offended when Minerva is mixed in with other cards, so buzz off on that one. Anyways, guys, this is Siren Frost, and I'm gonna go to bed because it's fucking late in the morning, and you guys have a good night, and thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys' support, and, you know, helping me with this crazy journey of being a Vanguard tuber, and I appreciate your support, believe it or not. And then, anyways, guys, so that's all I gotta say for this tonight, and hope you guys have a great week, and I hope a great, better than mine. Anyways, please subscribe, like this video, thumbs up for it, and give me your opinions about this. There'll be a full deck list in the description down below. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So anyways, guys, this is Siren. Love you all. Have a good night. Bye.